This is perhaps one of the most common questions I get asked. Should I be using a multivitamin? So for those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Lucas, the founder of Ergogenic Health. My mission is to bring you the most cutting edge health information that you'll struggle to find on Google. So if you do not care about your health, please do not subscribe to my channel. So in this video, what I'm going to do is address the common question of whether or not you should be using a multivitamin supplement. And I'm going to come at this from a very rational and scientific perspective to hopefully give you greater awareness and understanding on where and when multivitamins should be used. So ultimately what I want to do is I want to dismantle common multivitamins. Here we can see an example of a multivitamin supplement. Here's the supplement facts. And I'm going to go through some of the particular vitamins that are found within a multivitamin and why it can be somewhat problematic. So first of all, we need to take a look at vitamin A. So vitamin A is a particular vitamin that's often included in multivitamins. The biggest issue here is the form that these companies will use. This example here, they used 50% as beta-carotene. Now, beta-carotene is the cheaper form. You can find an abundance of beta-carotene in carrots and other foods. And we can see the dosage here is 3,500 IU, which is about 70% of your daily recommended intake. My issue here is that what's happening is, since the manufacturer is using 50% as beta-carotene, which is the suboptimal form of vitamin A, excess beta-carotene can have a suppressive effect on the thyroid gland and can actually slow down metabolism. If we move down, we can see vitamin C. Again, no form mentioned. I'm assuming it'll be ascorbic acid. Vitamin D, 400 IU, too low of a dose. Oftentimes, vitamin E, 30 IU, too low of a dose to really make an impact. Now we're going through the B vitamins. We got vitamin B1, B2, B3, B6, B9, B12, and biotin, pantothenic acid. So my only caution here is with certain multivitamins, what happens is they'll actually dump quite a lot of the vitamin B6, whereas in this one, they're only using about 2 milligrams, which is, in my opinion, a very low dose, but too much vitamin B6 can become toxic, and that can occur very quickly within 5 to 6 weeks of using a multivitamin. Then if we take a look on the right-hand side, calcium, ions, we've got various minerals. Now, my issue here is that, first of all, how do we know the person needs more iron? Because too much iron is very problematic. And same with the other minerals as well. Too much zinc can be problematic. And then they'll sometimes add in, let's say, boron, vanadium, or silicon. Again, all very underdosed. This is me critiquing multivitamins and understanding that we want to be strategic and specific to the individual. This is simply a cookie cutter approach, a cookie cutter perspective, assuming that one size fits all. And that's the major problem that I have with multivitamins, is that even though, we can do a really great job of formulating what we think people are deficient in, how do we truly know what that person's diet is like? Are they already getting most of those nutrients from their diet? How's their gut health? How are they absorbing nutrients? These are all factors that influence whether or not somebody should be using a multivitamin supplement. I want to break down, however, some key aspects in which who can benefit from multivitamins. So the first point I want to illustrate here is that chronically malnourished individuals, either from severe sickness, recovering from severe sickness, they can benefit from, multivitamins, because it's a rapid way to restore nutrient deficiencies, because the general absorption time is rapid and we can quickly top up our stores. In addition, during extreme dieting, when the individual, let's say, is preparing for a competition or is undergoing severe dieting to drop body fat, this is a time when multivitamins can be beneficial if they're not getting enough of these nutrients from their diet or from food intake alone. The other key time or key benefit of multivitamins is actually following significant periods of fasting. Now, in general, fasting is highly stressful for the body. Fasting will ramp up cortisol, it will ramp up adrenaline, it'll affect nutrient depletion and things like that. So what happens is multivitamins can be beneficial following significant periods of long fasting. Poor dietary habits, this is pretty much a no-brainer. Again, we want to be aiming for a healthy diet. in the first place. But if you know someone that doesn't have a very healthy diet and just refuses to make any changes to their diet, well then, hey, I think a multivitamin might be beneficial in this particular circumstance. And then finally, the last benefit would be someone who has multiple nutrient deficiencies that has been identified in blood work. So, these multivitamins can be great because they're very convenient and they can quickly replete and replenish the body with these nutrients that are depleted in some individuals. So I really want to also stress some of the major cautions of multivitamins, and this is something that I think you will understand by now. But first of all, we need to take a look at the dosages that they use. Now, this can be either excessive or insufficient amounts. Various multivitamins may deliberately underdose or accidentally overdose because they have no idea what they're doing. And again, this can lead to toxicities or inadequacies, so deficiencies. So again, we really want to be making sure that the dosage is adequate. Hopefully by the time this video is released, I'll have a supplement cheat sheet. I'll leave that link down below. Hopefully you guys can download that for free. It's going to be a really helpful resource. The next major caution is the forms that they use, whether the company decides to include the active or the activated form of the particular vitamin, or are they using the methyl forms, which can be some individuals can be sensitive to. So again, we need to be watching for the particular forms that they're using. Then the third point is that a lot of people actually end up doubling up. So they actually end up accidentally having too much of a particular, let's say, B vitamin, because they're taking a multivitamin in the morning, which has B6, and then in the evening, they're using another 50 milligrams of B6. And by that stage, they're already at 100 milligrams of vitamin B6, and they've been doing it, let's say, for months, which can lead to B6 toxicity, which is an issue. The other caution to watch out for are the proprietary blends. Now, proprietary blends basically means that they don't disclose the total amount or the amount of each ingredient. This is an issue because they can sneak particular ingredients and make it look like they've included the ingredient, but then they may only use like 1 milligram, which is going to have zero effect. And then finally, we need to, watch out for the ratios between each of the ingredients. This is something that really matters because certain B vitamins can actually deplete one another. Particular ratios are also really important. I know there was a lot to take in. I hope that you learned something new. Please do check out the resources down below in the video description. Hopefully by the stage this video is released, I'll have some really useful vitamin cheat sheets that you guys can download for free. Please do check that out. Thanks guys for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.